Hey everyone, my name's Chelsea and I'm here with Premier Reptiles. This is Godzilla. She's a Crested Gecko, and today we're going to show you how to make a Crested Gecko setup in a terrarium just like this one. While setting up an adult Crested Gecko terrarium, you're going to want to start with a tank no less than 15 gallons. This one is about 15-20 gallons. And you want a tall one. It's because they're arboreal animals and they like to climb. To start off, you're going to want to try to pick a substrate. Now, some people like to just simply use reptile mat, carpet, or some paper towels. But since I'm using live plants today, I have a substrate mixture of coconut fiber and sphagnum moss. The reason why I mixed sphagnum moss in with my coconut fiber was because it gives it more of a spongy consistency, so it holds in more moisture, keeping your terrarium humid, since you want it anywhere between 50 to 70% humidity. It also helps the crested geckos while they're hunting, so they don't get any of that coconut fiber in their mouth, because you don't want your crested gecko to digest any of the substrate. Along with the substrate, I have a tall fake tree for them to climb up of, and it also contains a hide, so during the day, since they're nocturnal animals, they can hide in there and stay cool and rest. I also have here a plant that suction cups to the side so they can climb up something. I have a plant here. This is called a bird's nest fern. Now, when you go and get live plants for your tank, you're going to want to make sure that you get plants that aren't toxic or harmful to them. I'll put a link below in the description so you guys can look through some of the plants that crested geckos can have in their tank. You're going to want to wash any fertilizer off that the roots can contain, because that could be toxic to your crested gecko. I also have a food and water dish right here. You're always going to want to keep constant water for them so they can always hydrate themselves. And I have a thermometer and a hygrometer to watch the humidity and the temperature. The temperature should get no higher than 90, and it should drop no lower than 60 during the nighttime. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is put a nice layer of substrate in there. I need enough, at least enough for the plant to fit its roots in. Something else to keep in mind while you're putting your crested gecko tank together is that you want to make sure that their food and water dish is very easy for them to get to. You don't want to stick it in a corner where they're not going to be able to reach it. When putting the hygrometer and the thermometer in, I usually pick a middle ground to place them so I can get an average temperature of the whole tank. The last thing you're going to want is a screen lid for the top, so they can't escape, because they can climb all over. They can even climb to the bottom of the screen if they try to. And I have two lights here to put on the top. One is a regular daylight bulb, and another is a red basking light for the nighttime to keep it warm still. Now, you won't need any UVB lights for crested geckos because they're nocturnal animals, so they're really not outside during the day. I like to use a daylight because it shows them that it is day or it is night, so they get a feel for when they can come out and hunt and when they would go to bed. And I usually do 12 hours on and 12 hours off. And for the winter, I usually just keep the red light on 24 hours to keep their tank warm. But during the summer, your tank will probably stay pretty warm. You could just choose to use it at night. And here we have a finished crested gecko tank. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.